Hey y'all, it's me, LiuPhrog here. I know I kind of haven't made a video in like forever, and the last video I did genuinely make, I was like, I'm back! And then I don't do anything. So I deeply apologize. I am back, somewhat. I'm just gonna be making videos spontaneously or whenever I feel like it, and I don't really want to make YouTube my career. I kind of just want to do this for fun still, so just laying that out here. What I have right here is actually the video game that I was talking about making. Um, and I had to do a lot. There was a lot to this process, and I'll be talking about that in this walkthrough here. But this was my college senior project, basically my final. Um, and I spent a whole year basically planning, and then making the assets, making this game, basically programming it and all of that stuff. So that's what I've been doing, and I kind of went radio silent just because I just never had the time to sit down and just record something or talk about something. There were plenty of times where I wanted to make videos or whatever, but I just didn't think there was something important for me to say that someone else has already said. But I mean, I think I will start trying to make videos again where I just talk about things that I like, things that I'm passionate about. But yeah, so that's what's going to be happening moving forward. But that's just the groundwork since I haven't seen you guys in a while. I think you guys have noticed that I have been posting a few animatics and some projects that I've done for college. I hope you guys enjoy my work and feel free to give me feedback. I will take it whole, and I appreciate any feedback I get, especially with like my models. I'm just learning how to just make things with new mediums, and it's a lot of fun. So this video here is going to be a walkthrough of the game that I spent a whole year making. Um, and I also will be I will be reading out the dialogue. I'll be just talking about my process, and I'll show you guys some of the concept art at the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoy all of this, and I will have like plenty of links in the description where you can check out my game. You can check out my website where I have all the concept art and stuff. And I'm gonna be overviewing the website anyways in this video, but I still want you to be able to check things out on your own time, which I bet would be like easier pace for yourself. All right, so we're gonna start with just like going through like the credits real quick because I want to like give shout outs to like all the people. You guys will probably never know who any of these people are because they're like my IRLs, but you know, I love my IRLs. So you know, I gotta do it. So, you know, it's created by me, Lou, or also known as my IRL name, but you know, I go by Lou, so please call me Lou. I did majority of the I did all of the art and most of the programming. I actually had a big, huge help to my friend. We're gonna call him Flargin since that's their username online. um Big help like with programming. I would honestly, what I would do is I would go online, search, oh, how to code WASD walking, and then I would later, like, I would code that based on the tutorial, and then, you know, if something didn't work, I would go to my friend to be like, can you help me clean this up? And Bestie was just like, yeah, I got you. And I had a blast. So and thanks to my professor and the TA for being my encouragement and guidance. They were the ones who were keeping me, you know, just keeping me the ball rolling, making sure that I was completing the project. But the thing, I think the thing was I was already on top of a lot of it. A lot of it was just me not doing anything for a few weeks and then sitting down for 6 hours and then cranking out a majority of the game. So, let's be real, it's just my, not my procrastination, but it was just like, I think it's initiating initiating starting stuff, and then I would just get stuck because I'm just like, well, coding is a little bit hard, but the minute I sit down I figure it out. So Um, and then the two other people who were my inspiration and support, my oomfies, and my besties. So, you know, Emily and Harrison, those are my besties, my IRLs, and I love them very much, platonic. So, yeah, they helped me a lot with brainstorming, like world building and stuff for my Storm series that I'm working on. And they were just there as like my emotional support. And, you know, it's funny because I'm also in the credits of one of my friends' animations. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think her animation is public to view. It is listed, but I'm just gonna say it's amazing. Amazing 3D animation that my friend did. But anyways, so we're gonna start the game. I apologize if there's any lag. I just have a crap computer that just cannot handle recording anything. I am even surprised when I'm able to record Minecraft half the time. So, you know, just bear with me. So I apologize. So when we start in, look at our silly Billy! Yippee! Anyways, so this is Shunxin. This is our main character. I have a lot of information about him in on Toyhouse, and what I'm struggling to speak right now, and he's basically a bug enthusiast. He loves bugs, and so the world here that I'm just going to do a little bit of a walkthrough of the world, and then I'm going to start interacting with things. But so basically, he's in a world that has been like plunged into a post-apocalypse filled with these bugs that are starting to like eat people and stuff like that. But this character's like, these aren't demons that everyone says, they're bugs. So that's kind of the plot of this game. But that's also the plot of the overall universe that I have created for this game, and future games that I would like to work on. I would like to expand this universe more. So, all right. But enough me rambling about the world and universe. I'll talk about that in the website portion where I show the concept art. So we're gonna walk up to this little creature here. You don't really have to walk to anything in particular. You can literally just walk up to anything, and the dialogue doesn't have any like events or anything. They're all just like one-off things, and it's fun to just kind of interact with whatever. So, we're gonna start with this creature here. What an odd creature. It's quite round and fluffy. Maybe fur? Feathers? I would have to get a closer look. I guess I'm not going to get a closer look. Yeah. There's simple dialogue like that. I'm not the best writer, so please. Alright. So we're gonna interact with items too. Whoa, so many little tracks. A colony must be nearby. Oh, getting stuck in the loop. Oh. There's very little wind today, but the sound of fluttering is persistent today. Yep, there you go. Get me out! Okay, I know there's a dialogue option up here too. There's so many of these weird little clearings on the ground. I wonder if the small creatures nest here. I'm glad to see other survivors have passed here. I'm gonna interact with her real quick. What do you want? Your spear's head is coated in glowing blood. What creature did you kill? Oh, I see you're interested in the demon I recently slain. Quite interested, yes! Do you think you could lead me to its corpse? Why do you want to know where it is? It's dead, and that's all that matters. Okay, am I dyslexic? Can I not read my own text? Anyways. Alright. You can also interact with this tree behind her. Occasionally, there are travelers that pass this forest. I don't pass with them often, except for two sisters from the north. One is more aggressive compared to the other. Hey, you! Me? Yes, you! You know I can hear what you're saying. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Shunxin kneels down to stick his finger in the strange substance. The liquid has stained the snowy path. Shunxin licks the mysterious liquid off his finger. This is that creature's bioluminescent blood. Are you seriously licking it? No. And then he walks off like the culprit he is. Yeah. So, I'm gonna come back to this one. Did she maul this creature? The amount of blood is excessive. I think you guys might be interested into what is up here. Whoa! It's eating the remains of another creature. From here, it looks to be sucking the blood out. Its behavior is similar to a mosquito. Oh, it doesn't have a proboscis. It must be a giant mite. If you guys are wondering what a proboscis is, it's one of those, like, when butterflies and mosquitoes have these long tubes that they use to drink stuff, so, but yeah. Shunxin takes a closer look at the tracks. He notices the off patterns in the stone. It looks like these creatures have three pairs of legs. Despite their owl-like appearance, they seem to be more similar to moths. Release me! Okay. These scratch markings in the soil are quite large. Actually, I think these are teeth marks. The creature must have retreated underground. Oh, uh-oh. Moving stuff. More animations. Shunxin notices the dirt moving. Above is a burrowing animal. This creature is moving too fast. I don't think I'll be able to sketch this. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I get stuck with the dialogue. It's something that I still need to work on fixing. Shunxin takes a closer look and touches the leaf with a paper seal. Travelers think a piece of paper will protect them from wild animals. Loser behavior. A massive tunnel? I believe it was dug by what travelers call a whisperer. People say the thing makes a faint sound underground. Surprised that these plants are still standing. It looks like most have been dug up. So cool! I believe this creature is called a beheader by the locals, because they perch on high branches and with one whole swoop behead its prey. Though I doubt with its small body it could swallow a human head whole. Quite morbid. Let's go interact with the worm. Shunxin approaches slowly and is wary of the worm-like creature in front of him. Shunxin examines the creature, sketching it in his notebook. There are only rumors of this so-called demon. So fascinating. Based on its segments, it looks to be a supersized worm. All right. And you can actually interact with these little pebbles here. This place is infested with whisperers. They must really like the minerals around here. And we're gonna go down to the log real quick. I know I've been teasing it a little bit. The village is just south of here. If only I could climb over this mass of debris without hurting myself. Dad, you could totally cross over. I don't know why you're not doing it. Well, this is all locked because I wasn't able to progress any much further other than making it kind of a walking simulator game. I was planning to add a lot more stuff where you can unlock more levels after interacting with everything, but okay, let's go do we're gonna do the little secret hidden gems in here. And then I won't be showing, by the way, I will not be showing the Easter eggs in the like no talking walkthrough, by the way. It's only in this one that you're going to be seeing them. So yeah, there's two of them. I planned more, but you know, something green catches your eye. It occasionally bounces. Psst. Hello? If you press escape, you can check something pretty cool. Okay, what does it do? It allows you to open your journal. Oh, right, my journal. Thanks for reminding me, little green frog. Of course! Bye-bye! Yep, and then the player would check their journal. And here is the notes and everything. Oh my goodness. You know what I realized? I think my mouse was on the screen the entire time. I am so sorry. Alright, general notes. These demons may be giant insects. Beheader. Small fluffy mites that suck the blood out of bigger insects, often found in small colonies. Behave similar to moths. Whisperers. Large worm-like creatures that eat minerals and organic matter. They create giant tunnels. And then you would press escape to exit the journal. But yeah, and we're gonna go over to the last secret Easter egg. Yeah! I only really added this for more world building and stuff, but there should be something up here. Up north, my partners wait for me. Soon to... Oh, I think I typo. My bad, guys. Soon to return from my expedition. However, I cannot. Not yet. I think I should keep looking around. Yeah, I think I have spelling issues. but yeah, so this is basically my game. You walk around, you interact with things, and it's just a lot of fun from just fun seeing what you get when you interact with stuff. I'm hoping... Oh, I do know there's sparkles here, but you can't interact with them. They're just here for snow effects. I could, when I polish this game more, I could add some dialogue here, so who knows? Maybe I'll tell you guys when I do. But this is my game, basically. You walk around, you interact with stuff, and it's very cutesy, very cutie patootie, but I do want to tell you guys my original plan, though, for this game. So the original plan for this game was basically you would interact with everything, and then you would check your journal, and you would be able to scroll through the journal and look at all the information that you have collected based on how much you've interacted with things in the world. The more you interacted, the more that the journal would unlock. And to a certain point, you would be able to go to the next area after you have interacted with a certain amount of items. But if you interacted with all the items, you would get an extra page in your journal that would show like some sort of Easter egg or something, or thing that Easter egg as in something that clues you more into the world, more a little bit more lore bits. So I would like that this game encourages people to be curious, to want to know more. And I'd say the theme of this game is really it's all about knowledge. It's about understanding things more. And I think something that I found very interesting, what my professor told me, is that he sees this game kind of similar to like xenophobia, or like overcoming xenophobia. Especially since you see characters such as I was gonna have more characters in here, more NPC characters, but I only have one. But for example, this is one of the travelers that our main character talks to, and she talks about, like, calls it a demon and stuff like that, because she doesn't really understand that these creatures are actually animals, that they don't really have that malicious intent that people akin with monsters. Shunxin sees these creatures for what they are, as they are just animals. And you find this dialogue over here, with the leaves over here. It's gonna take me a hot second, but that's the overall theme, and some people may not be able to pick up on that, but it's definitely here. And I like to make, and so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm just gonna say the whole reason why I wanted to make this game is just to show that I could make something very polished. I could make something with animations, and put a timeline together and make something out of it. Did I meet the goals that I wanted to? I feel like everyone's gonna say they don't feel like that. I feel like I made it to a point where I could be satisfied with what I've made, and I'm very happy with this product, of the game that I've made here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the gameplay, and I'm gonna move on to the website that I made for this game and talk about my concept art and stuff. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, I'm back, and I have the website up here. I will be putting all these links below where you can download the game, you can check out my website, but this is just like, it shows the synopsis and some of the screenshots in my game here. The photos are probably gonna load here. But, and you can pretty much check out, like, anything relating to the Storm universe or the, specifically, Shunxin's journal. We have, like, some in-game assets, scrapped assets. Scrap just means I wasn't able to put it in the game, but I had it planned, or I was thinking about implementing it, but I decided against it. So that's what it is. So I was gonna have an idle animation, so when you paused for too long, you would get this idle animation with the character. I was gonna have one of the travelers' other sister there, and you could interact with her, and she would be a lot more bubbly than her sister B. So got some more beheaders. I just had a lot of little creature animations that I wanted to put in, but I decided to just stick with a few creatures that I had. So here's the original idea for the Whisperer, is that when you went up to walk up to it, you would walk up to it and interact with it, but then it would burrow back into the ground, and you would have to chase it back across the map again. The False Angel is a bug that I was also going to put in, but it's one of the more iconic bugs that I think a lot of my followers on Toyhouse and Twitter know it for, because it has a very striking design. But I wasn't able to implement this one just because I think I wanted to save it for when I make the Storm, which is the world and universe that these characters live in, but it would be the overall story rather than this side story following one of the characters here. So, like, for example, so you could actually see Shunxin's partners here. These were going to be two characters that I wanted to implement, and also their pet cat, for the tutorial, where you would start off in the house, and you would be able to learn how to use your controls, but also how the gameplay loop would work. But I decided to scrap this and just throw the player in so they can interact with bugs, because I think that would be a lot more interesting. I had to kill my darlings here. Don't get me wrong, I love these characters, but I was trying to think of what would be the best thing for the player. So here's some splash screens that are scrapped. An idea that I had is, after you interacted with like a specific creature and you've done all the interactions, you would get a splash screen of Shunxin interacting with those creatures. So this one is if you unlocked like the beheader dialogues, and you would be able to see this image here where he like befriends one or something. And then this is where if you interact with all the whisperers, he would actually be able to find the corpse of the beheader that B has demolished. So it's quite gnarly. And actually, I made a drawing back for it was on 2024's October prompts, and for Goretober I decided to draw Goretober slash just OC-tober, etc. I did whatever I wanted, so I drew B absolutely demolishing a whisperer, and that is actually what inspired me for this dialogue options. But yeah, here's the game icon. This is the little icon you see when you download the game. It's also really pixelated, unfortunately, but you know, it's there in spirit. And here's some more creatures that I had planned, but not for this game particularly. It's just for the world, in the world building. So, so there's all the different creature designs. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think a big inspiration for my game was definitely Earthbound. I love Earthbound, and you know, I think you guys would know this if you're subscribed to my channel. I've made Earthbound animatics and videos relating to it, animations, etc. I just love the idea of walking up to things and just interacting with anything and whatever. People could say their favorite part of the game would be like the RPG aspect, but I think for me it was the town aspect. It was going up to random characters and just seeing what they say to me. How are their silly little lives going or whatever? And that's something that I wanted to put in here, but it's more lore based of the creatures, since I had to be very selective with my dialogue options. Alright, so this is just Shunxin's journal and just a review of that. If you guys are interested in the actual Storm universe, I have like concepts and like original stuff. I even have like a rough draft of a prologue chapter. It's kind of a crawl to read, and I apologize because I had to hit a certain like page cap for a class. So I'm hoping to go back and rewrite it one day. I'll go back and rewrite it, and it won't be as much as a crawl. And maybe I'll have more areas where the characters just interact and it's just silly fun and stuff like that. But yeah, so here's all the characters and stuff. These are like the official references, but I am working on redesigning all of these characters again for when I actually make the game. Also, here's some insects. You get to see little bugs. Yippee! All the bugs. So here's all the different designs and stuff that I've made. This is what the false angel looks like. This is the whisper. These are all older concept pieces I made back in 2023, I think. But I've been working on this project for a hot while. I just haven't, I've been kind of radio silent about it. But yeah, so that's my Storm project and Shunxin's journal. And I really appreciate you guys sitting through my however long video this is of me just rambling about things and just about my game. But I'm really excited and happy that I've completed this game. So yeah, and I'll keep you guys updated if I add anything more to the game, like extra dialogue, or if I implement a new thing. I don't think I'm gonna make this like a big game. I just kind of want to make it like keep working on it. This is going to be like my little test baby where I just use it to test stuff and learn how to, you know, code more. But yeah, and hopefully I hope to start working on a second game that will focus on different characters from what you see on this web page here. I've been working on a side story that's in the same universe with these bugs and stuff, but with different characters, and I want that game to be like a first person 3D world. But I'll talk about that more when I start making concept pieces and just start writing things out. So, but yeah, this is my game, Shunxin's journal, and all the information about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys are interested in the no Lu Yap sesh video, I will be posting that one right after I post this one. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the people who've helped me with this game, all the people who have supported me and been like my inspiration and been there for me, my encouragement. Yeah, that's all, I guess. And thank you for the people who've stuck around my channel. And I love you guys to death, and I'm so sorry that I've just been dead on this channel, but I love you guys so much. If you have decided to click on my long video and you're like, Liu, you did not edit any of your video here. Actually I did. I put this into the editor to put 2 clips together. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.